The next Resident Evil has been possibly leaked because of this new Twitter user who says that the next Resident Evil is not going to be a remake, but it's going to be a brand new game. According to Chris Max on Twitter, Resident Evil 9 will revolve around Chris Redfield, and there's a possibility that other characters might also return. He also believes that Ethan Winter's storyline has been done, and that makes sense because in the Shadows of Rose DLC of Resident Evil Village, it actually shows at the end that Ethan Winter's storyline is done for. Chris Maxon also said that Jill, Claire, and even Leon will be a part of this game, and you get to play all these characters in certain missions. The game is also going to be more focused on action rather than horror. To be honest, this sounds like a Resident Evil 6 because that was fully based on action and had all these characters, and you could play these characters in certain missions. And that was the least favorite Resident Evil game of all time. So I hope that Capcom knows what they're doing, because this was the exact reason why people don't like Resident Evil 5 and Resident Evil 6. Another thing that was mentioned is there could be an option to choose either first-person perspective or third-person perspective. Now this exact information was also leaked when Resident Evil 4 Remake was not even confirmed, and that came out to be untrue. So I'm not so sure if this is going to happen, because I feel like we don't need an option. Now the leaker believes that this game is coming out in 2024, and there might be some kind of announcement this year. So I'm expecting on December a PlayStation showcase, or maybe Game Awards might show what's up with Resident Evil. But that's not all, because the leaker even claims that they might be working on a Code Veronica remake, a game that a lot of fans want. And of course Capcom will be making a Resident Evil 5 remake, because based on Resident Evil 4 remake, that's definitely where they're heading. But will Capcom make a Code Veronica remake? That's a little hard to believe. Although Capcom did cancel the fan remake of Code Veronica. The developers who were going to develop this fan remake were contacted by Capcom to stop this project. However, those devs also stressed by saying that Capcom is not making a Code Veronica remake. So we are not so sure what Capcom is exactly doing. But the most important thing to note here is that all of this information could be easily false, because it's just a rumor, no confirmation. All we know that Capcom has been pretty successful with remakes, and their experiment, Resident Evil 7 and 8, did very well. But I do want a fresh new Resident Evil. And speaking of Resident Evil, which Resident Evil game do you like the most? Resident Evil 4 or Resident Evil 8? Well, check this video out to know that Resident Evil 4 Remake might be better.